Listen, brothers, sometimes with the whole knowledge of self thing, it's important, we talk about balance, and we have to have a mate. We have to have that balance or whatever. You know what I mean? And sometimes in the process of getting the balance, we find a sister or whatever, and we begin to bring her in. She might not have knowledge of self. So we bring her in and we let our actions speak. You know what I'm saying? We let the actions draw her in to wanting to understand more about the culture, more about our lifestyles or whatever we pursuing, whether it be you Islam, Hebrew Israelite, magic, whatever you do, when you bring in somebody in, you know what I'm saying? Especially, your mate, you know what I mean? So she might not have this information, you know what I mean? But what has intrigued her is your lifestyle, particularly whatever that may be. So on that note, it is your duty to further engage her in learning more about your lifestyle, about your culture, therefore pulling her in, therefore bringing her in, that she begins to understand her own self. She gains an awakening of sorts and begins her journey. And, on her journey, due to your instruction, she has grown a great pace, but now she's growing on her own without you. And this becomes a problem for some brothers, where the queen begins to study and she doesn't seem to seek your information or your guidance anymore. But that's not the case. The case is she's a queen. There's equality. She's growing on her own, and her journey is taking her on her own experiences at that particular time, her own studies. See, you are a doorway or a guide to her finding herself. And once she did, it's taking her somewhere else. Now, the thing is this: when you brought her in with certain information, you can't get upset when she begins to check you and your character because you're not the message that you bring. Even though you brought her a message, she actually sees that you're not living that message and she's living it better than you. And she begins to question you, utilizing the very information that you brought to help awaken her. Now she's coming back at you and using that information and asking you certain questions. And when you answer her, she says, no, that's not what the Quran says, or no, that's not what the Torah says, or no, that's not what such and such says because of such and such, blah, blah, blah. You taught me this and then you showed me this and here's a concordance and blah. So now she's going to work on you. You understand? But you're getting upset and she's questioning my authority or so on and so forth. She's not questioning your authority. You know what I'm saying? She's questioning your character. She's questioning your behavior and your conduct because it's not matching the manifest. She knows because she's living it also. And she's living it better than you. So you can't get upset when your queen begins to check you because number one, actually you did a good job in aiding her and awakening herself. And out of love, possibly she's trying to show you this is where you're falling off. Because remember, you want balance, right? We want balance, right? Well, she can be the balance. And sometimes constructive criticism can lead to enlightenment. You can be enlightened by constructive criticism, especially coming from your mate. When that criticism is constructive, where it's a correction of an error, not a correction on your ego or messing with your ego, but correcting the error. If it messes with the ego, that's because you allow it to mess with your own ego. And the ego is what kills us. You understand? So you cannot be upset when she begins to question your actions in reference to the deen or the religion or the culture or the traditions. You know what I'm saying? You can't get upset when she begins to question certain things because you're out of order. You can't get upset because this is what you manifested. This is what you asked for. This is balance. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing should go the other way. You know what I mean? When things are out of order, you have to put them back in order. And it takes order to put order back in order. You understand? It takes a structured thought process to put order back in order because order or disorder actually is a manifestation of a chaotic thought process. You understand? So she becomes balanced. So you can't get mad. She's not trying to teach you. She's correcting you. You understand? And there's a basis of equality. You're not over her. She's not over you. This is a union. You understand? Remember, submission, the old video submission. And this is another part in reference to that. So brothers, you can't get upset when your queen comes back and starts checking you on your character. because you're not following the things that you were teaching her or sharing with her when you had that Holy Quran, that Moorish Holy Quran open, or when you had that Torah, that Tanakh open, the things that you were sharing with her and telling her that is law and so on and so forth. You're not respecting those same precedents and tenets and creeds and so on and so forth. And she's checking you on it. You can't get mad. You can't be a savage. You can't get upset because she is on her game, and you can't be a savage undercover because the covers is pulled off because she can see through it. She's on her game. She's studying. She's living her life. She's living the cultural manifest that she respects, that you taught to her. You know what I'm saying? And she's taking it further. So, brothers, we can't get upset. And sisters, you can't get upset when the brothers, wake up. This could be on the other side of the foot. This can be the exact opposite. This could be a sister enlightening a brother also, waking him up, helping him be a guide for him to wake up. And once he wakes up and he's on his travel, he begins to check you on the things that you're not doing that match everything you taught him and share with him and so on and so forth. So, we can't be upset when we're being constructively corrected, when constructive criticism is being put in place by the balance. This is the balance. You understand what I mean? So we can't be upset because that's just a waste of more energy. And again, this is what we asked for, and this is what we get. You get what you asked for. So on that note, just be easy when it comes down to these things. You know what I mean? Respect the constructive criticism coming from your mate. Because again, either way it go, a good job was done in helping this person grow. Because now they're helping you grow even more because they're seeing the things that you don't see in yourself at times. They can check you just as you can check them. But a lot of times, we should spend more time checking ourselves than we are checking others. Because there's a lot that you could learn from yourself. Peace.